Hello, all you music lovers and collectors watching this video. I'm Tim, and I'm starting a new series today. I was trying to figure out what type of videos I wanted to make, and I decided. And all of a sudden, like on Thursday, I, I thought what I wanted to do is uh, each Saturday morning I'll do a video showing what I'm going to try spinning over the weekend. There's just how Tim's Weekend Spins. And what I'll do is I figured out that I can spin around 12, 13 albums a day, even more, depending on when I get started in the morning and the length of the albums. So I figured that between the 2 days I might be able to get 25 done, but if I don't get them done within those 2 days, I'll get them done like on that Monday, the following Monday anyway. So it's close enough to saying weekend spins, because you never know what will happen, like with my health problems or with uh, with my health problems or other stuff going on, like family obligations and stuff. So with that said, I have pulled 25 albums. I'll show you them, tell you a little bit about the artist or the album or whatever, and then you'll and so what get started at that. First one I'll be spinning is Stephen Fromholz. The name of the album is A Rumor in My Own Time. Stephen Fromholz is a singer-songwriter from Texas. Uh, he started came out in the 70s recording albums. This album's from 1976. Uh, this was a blind buy for me when I got it, and after I've gotten it, I've noticed songs written by him being performed on other artists' albums, and some of them include Willie Nelson, John Denver, Hoyt Axton, Lyle Lovett, uh, Jerry Jeff Walker, and I can't remember who else I saw, because I had looked on Wikipedia for that too. But so so that was the first one, and I'll let you know most of these are country albums. After Headley, he had another fat, he's another fat man uh, with the beard, talking records. After uh, his country music tag, music vinyl tag, I have pulled out around all of my country albums, and so a lot of them are in here with some other albums mixed in with them. Uh, I figured I have like probably around 400 or so country albums alone. So here is Don Williams. This one is Portrait, and trying to remember which ones were hits on here. I think we're all the way might be Our Love Me Over Again song here. Oh, and this one's from 1979 on MCA. Next up, Tanya Tucker, TNT. Of course, another country music artist. This one's from 1978. I, okay, I'm not sure. On here she does Not Fade Away. I'm not sure whether it's, can't remember whether it's a Rolling Stone song or if it's another one. She also does Heartbreak Hotel and Brown Eyed Handsome Man. Uh, Okay, some Red Foley. This is Red Memories. It's on Volcalion from 1971. It says like, "Don't let the stars get in your eyes. Well, the circle be unbroken on top of old smoking." Okay, Lynn Anderson, Rose Garden. Of course, Rose Garden was a big hit for her off this album, and how she also does For the Good Times on here, and Snowbird, and Sunday Morning Coming Down. It's Only Make Believe. I'm going through these quick because I want to get spinning them too. So, okay, next up is Ray Price, The Lonesome Is Lonesome. Of course, he's had a lot of hits. Of course, The Lonesome Is Lonesome was it for, if I remember right. And he does So Lonesome Neon here. Okay, another Don Williams. Oh, the Ray Price. The Lynn Anderson one is, okay, there's no date on it. It's like 69 or 70. There's the Ray Price is from 72. Next one is from 78. It's Don Williams, Expressions. He's had a lot of good hits on it. But on this one he does like Tulsa Time and Lay Down Beside Me on it. Okay, next one. He was no more for pop, didn't some DC moved more towards country. That Speech J. Thomas this is his greatest hits, volume 2. There is a song that he does on here that was a hit for Lynn Anderson, or that just showed you that song is The Love at All, and he does a pretty good job on that song on it. Next one, of course, everybody's probably, a lot of you have probably seen this one, Dolly 9 to 5 and Odd Jobs. Of course, this has a hit 9 to 5 on it, and also But You Know I Love You. And she also does a cover of The House of the Rising Sun on it. Okay, if you watch many of my videos and just by my cap, you can tell I had served in the Air Force. I went on active duty in March of '82. It was like in 80 or 81, I can't remember. So my dad was in the Army National Guard, and on weekends where he'd have girls, it would really be my mom and I at home on like early Saturday evenings, and we'd watch stuff on TV together, like there's Casey Kasem would have America's Top 10, or just cover like the top 10 albums, something like that, top 10 or top 20. Then would be Solid Gold, and then and then after that, it would switch over to country. It was this woman and her sisters. That's Barbara Mandrell, and this is Memories. And this one's from 1986 on MCA. And I'm just looking to see if I recognize any of the songs on here that might have been hits. I don't really recognize any at the moment. Okay, this next one is another country band. They pretty much started out as purely like country gospel, but in the late 70s they had a big hit with the song that wasn't country gospel, which is the Wyron. They've had a couple other ones around then too, and that's the Oak Ridge Boys. This is their album where the Fast Lane Ends. This one's from 1987 on MCA, and also on a lot of their albums, even after they start having mainstream hits, they still would usually have they'd usually still have one or two country gospel, tried getting one or two country gospel songs on the album also. Okay, this next one's a soundtrack. But it's country. It's the soundtrack to Bronco Belly, movie with Clint Eastwood, and the album's on Elektra from 1980. And of course, if you notice down below, it says that shows that a lot of the songs are done by Merle Haggard or Ronnie Milsap or both. Okay, next up is a Canadian country artist. That's Anne Murray. Somebody's waiting, and this is from. Okay, this is really saying on the back here. That's the thing I hated with the Capitol records back in the day. Didn't always have the date on the cover on back. But like down here she does What's Forever For. Do you think it loves me? Okay, next up is some Southern Rock. It's the Outlaws, Ghost Riders. I don't think I have to say much about it. It's from 1980 on Arista Records. And got the rest of them. Here's another well-known one. This is Alabama's 40-hour week. This is on RCA from 1985, and of course it has hits like 40-hour week, can't keep a good man down. There's no way. As right now, this album's pretty much a great album from beginning to end. Okay, this next one's a compilation of an artist that was released around a year before he died. This is Marty Robbins' Encore. It's like I said, it's a compilation album that was released in 1981. He died in December of '82, so it has El Paso City on here, and My Woman, My Woman, My Wife, and My Elusive Dreams on it. The next one is a guy that was actor on a TV show, and he went on to country records, and a guy that played his brother in the show he was in went on to be a country artist. This is John Snyder. The album is Too Good to Stop Now, and he had a couple hits off here, like I've Been Around Enough to Know and Country Girls. This is from 1984 on MCA. Okay, this is the first next one is the first solo album by an artist for one of the members of the band. It's Robbie Robertson, self-titled. It's from 1987 on Geffen Records. He had hits with his big hit out here was Somewhere Down Crazy River, and also Showdown at Big Sky was a hit off of it. And then there's an album that he did on this album that Rod Stewart covered in 1991, which is Broken Arrow, which was a hit for Rod Stewart. Next one, a band I've seen a few times in concert, the Marshall Tucker Band. This is Tuckerized. It's from 1982 on Warner Brothers Records. And another Marshall Tucker dedicated. It's from okay, where's the year? It's from 1981 on Warner Brothers. And of course, one person you see that appears on their albums that you'd see appear on their albums quite often is Charlie Daniels played the fiddle on it, and Norton Buffalo, who was in Steve Miller's band for a while, plays harmonica on it. And here's a real good-looking woman from the 70s and 80s, and Crystal Gale. This is her greatest hits, and this is from, looks like 83 on CBS. Of course, it has like Half the Way, Never Gave Up on Me. Yeah, there are several good songs on it, and I have. Okay, this next artist used to be like a pop rock artist, and that's Jimmy Messina, or also known as Jim Messina, and he was half of the group Loggins and Messina that had a lot of hits in the 70s, where he teamed up with Kenny Loggins. And this album's from 1973. This one's more on the countryside. It had a hit with the song One More Mile. But like I was saying, he was talking about how he was more like pop rock. Well, there's a song he does on this album called Playing That Rock and Roll. And like I said, it's from 1983 on Warner Brothers. Okay, I have another Alabama here. This is Just Us. This is from 1987. It has like Tar Top on it, and I'm trying to remember what else was in on that. I think I Wish They Could Ours Be 55, or at least that's a good song on it. Okay, now I'm going to show you another Southern Rock album. This band was formed after the 1977 plane crash that killed several members of Lynyrd Skynyrd. It's a Rosalind Collins band, and of course it was formed by Gary Rossington and Alan Collins and a couple other members of that surviving members of Lynyrd Skynyrd that played in this band. Also, their big hit off this one is Don't Misunderstand You. And this is from 1980 on MCA. And the last album I have is a power pop artist from, and this is from 84. This is Dwight Twilley, Jungle, and he had a hit with the song Girls on this album. Yeah. So, well, that's all the records I have for this weekend. I'll be back again next Saturday with another 25 albums. So until next time, take it easy and keep on rocking.